What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Bowman Live. We're live tonight on YouTube, and a couple of things I'm going to be talking about here. I found an interesting article that I'm going to read, published in USA Today. Vice President Kamala Harris. Without a doubt, she is off to a magnificent start, and she seems to be gaining momentum more and more as the days go by. Her fundraising efforts, they are, in my language, of my people, is off the chain. I've been telling you all for a long time, we're on the precipice of something different here in America. And I've said it in political mind games. I'm going to say it again tonight because I know what I'm talking about. It is time for a change in leadership in America. And America is going to have a female president. And without a doubt, Kamala Harris is going to win this presidency. So for all of Kamala Harris's haters out there tonight and spewers of vitriol, know this: I'll be firing you up real soon, because you're not going to continue to attack her and attempt to eviscerate her character, eviscerate all the good things that she has done. If lying, cheating, adultering, fornicating men can be president of the United States of America, you even had slave owners who were president of this nation. You've had presidents who were cocaine addicts of this nation. Other nations have had women at the helm for quite some time. But let me read this article that I found in USA Today. And she picked up an endorsement by a Republican. Republican Arizona mayor endorses Harris, rebukes Trump choosing country over party. And let me say this about my program, because some folk, y'all get it twisted. I have the right to say what I want to say, like anybody else does. And if people don't like the platform, you don't have to watch it. You don't have to subscribe to it. And you don't even have to agree to my opinions. But these are my opinions. These are my thoughts. These are my comments that I make here on this channel. People are on X spewing all the garbage and vitriol all day long. Trump can't stop tweeting. He spews trash, he spews garbage, he spews lies, he spews innuendos. He's continuing to spew the false narrative that the 2020 election was stolen from him. But he doesn't want to talk about that insurrection that occurred. Republicans don't want to talk about that. Well, I'm going to be talking about that and a lot more. So on Tyrone Bowman Live, I have the right to speak what's on my mind. I respect people's opinions, their ideas, because with me, it's not about black or white. It's not about Republican or Democrat. It's about humanity. And we are in the midst of a presidential campaign. It just so happens that the presumptive nominee is going to be a woman. She's going to be a black woman. And she's going to be at the head of the Democratic ticket. Republicans had their Klan convention, and I'm going to have a whole lot to say about that in the coming days. Now, let me read this article as recorded in USA Today. According to USA Today, the Republican mayor of a Phoenix suburb endorsed presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris. It occurred on Monday, invoking the name of Arizona political titan John McCain. Mesa Mayor John Giles endorsed the vice president in an opinion column in the Arizona Republic, part of the USA Today network. In the endorsement, Giles strongly rebuked his party's nominee, saying, "This year too much is at stake to vote Republican at the top of the ticket." Let's finish this article. Since Donald Trump refused to accept the outcome of the 2020 election, Republicans have yet to course correct, Giles wrote, in the spirit of the late Senator John McCain, who Trump hates. Country first, I call on other Arizona Republicans to join me in choosing country over party this election and to vote against Donald Trump. Giles pointed to federal infrastructure funds appropriated to Mesa under President Joe Biden and Harris as a reason to vote for Vice President, adding she's the competent, just, and fair leader our country deserves. And you know what's sad? What's sad? All of the major inlines that the Biden administration has made, the Republicans opposed it, yet they want to take credit for it. Isn't that ironic? You oppose something, you don't like it, you rip it to shreds, you tear it down, then you want to take the credit for the productivity and the things that are happening and that are going on. Don't forget, she picked up a major endorsement from former President Barack Obama, former President Bill Clinton, and Senator Hillary Clinton have endorsed Harris as well. The Grand Canyon State is ground zero in the fight against repeated false claims to disrupt our electoral process, from fake presidential elections attempting to undermine Arizona's election to a sham audit by Arizona Senate Republicans that was spurred by conspiracy theories, Giles wrote. And also, while I'm thinking, I'm going to talk about the now convicted Democratic Senator Bob Menendez. I'm going to talk about him in the next episode of Tyrone Bowman Live. See, I have no favorites. I'm going to talk about this now convicted senator, how corrupt he has been, how he used his office for personal gain, how he used his office for manipulation. He had a price tag attached to every single thing that he did, and he Menendez consistently and repeatedly lied about the wrong that he did. So I'm going to have to address it. The Republican-held state Senate held a since discredited audit of the 2020 election results, resulting in a 2-year legal battle between the Arizona Republic, the Senate, and cyber ninjas. The firm tasked with conducting the audit, their newsletter sought to force the disclosure of emails, texts, and other documents related to the audit. The battle ended in November with a settlement between the parties that produced a legal document dated July 10 in which Cyber Ninjas CEO Doug Logan accused former Senate President Karen Fann of refusing to help him comply with court orders to produce thousands of documents, even though he was working directly for the Senate. 18 people, 11 Arizona Republicans, and 7 top aides to Donald Trump were indicted by a state grand jury for participating in a scheme to falsely certify that Donald Trump won the state in 2020. The nonprofit election security organization States United Democracy Center founded that 43% of the Arizona State Senate were election deniers, and nearly 1/3 of the Arizona State House denied the 2020 election. The cross-partisan endorsement could prove critical in the Grand Canyon state, as the once ruby red state has been turned into a toss-up. Biden and Harris won the state by less than 10,500 votes and won in Maricopa County, where Mesa is located, by just over 45,000 in 2020. Mesa had a population of 511,648 in 2023, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. The city was named the most conservative city with a population of over 250,000 by Pew Research in 2017. Harris has narrowed Trump's lead in the state since becoming the presumptive nominee, and as a Democratic Arizona Senator Mark Kelly has become one of the favorites to be chosen as a vice presidential nominee. Let me say this as I close tonight. When we're dealing with topics, or when I'm dealing with topics and subjects as an independent journalist and as a criminal justice major, yes, as a criminal justice major, a pre-law student, I factually research everything. I accurately report what is already in the news. These are not my opinions. These are not my conjunctures. These are stipulated facts. And even though people may have a smear campaign going on, but it's not going to work. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. And the one thing that I'm not going to do, I'm not going to walk around with blinders on my eyes and pretend that I don't see what has happened and what is going on. America is a beautiful country. America is a great nation. And America is by far still the greatest nation on the face of God's green earth. All people in America should be united as one people and one voice. And in the words of the presumptive presidential nominee, Kamala Harris, we're not going back. All right, y'all, I'll see you in the next episode of Tyrone Bowman Live. Until then, never surrender, never quit. If you have any ideas for the show, if you have stories that you'd like for me to cover, or topics, or issues, hit me up in the comments section, or you can email me at Tyrone Bowman Senior 380 at gmail.com. Did I get it right? You know what? Disregard that. I got to check out let me check out my email. Make sure I'm giving you all the correct email address where you can hit me up at, all right? So I'm going to fact check myself. How about that? I'll fact check myself and correct myself if I'm wrong here. So if I'm wrong, I'm going to say I am wrong. You know what? I was wrong. My email is this: Bowman Tyrone 380 at gmail.com. That's Bowman 380 gmail.com. So if you have any ideas, if you have any storylines you want me to talk about, if there's an issue you want me to cover, talk to me. Whether it's good or bad, whether you like me, loathe me, or hate me, but respond. So until next time, never surrender, never quit. Good night. Thank you for watching.